Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second. No, this isn't the second. Welcome to the third episode of Double Dose with me, Dionté, and my co-host Shahv, Tiela. This is a very special episode because why? We are filming this one live on Instagram. Yes, so hello to all the Instagram Live viewers.
Is there anyone here?
Oh my god. So for the people who will be listening to this, when we do post this actual episode...
Oh, whoa, because we are actually recording right now.
Yeah, we're recording and we're also live. Hello, person.
Hi.
So in this episode, in celebration of Pride Month, we will be talking about all Pride-related topics, which is why, I threw on this little wig or whatever, put on a little lipstick, you know. Also because my natural hair looks a mess. So I was like, if my hair gonna look a mess, it might as well be fake, you know? So yes. So, for the people who are watching this broadcast, Double Dose is a podcast where me and my friend Shavti Ayla, we basically talk about whatever it is we feel as though needs to be talked about. You can go on the Double Dose Instagram page at doubledosepodcast, where you can click on that bio link. So while you are there, make sure that you subscribe and follow both the SoundCloud and the YouTube channel so that you can, be, you know what I mean? I don't know why I can't talk for some reason. Anyway, so.
Want to do some breathing exercises?
Breathing exercises?
And speech exercises.
What is that?
You can do, High School Musical?
You mean the
Yeah. We can do that.
No, I can't. All right. So, like I said, this whole episode is going to be Pride themed, in celebration of Pride Month. It is currently June at the time of this recording. The first topic we're going to talk about is whether or not homophobia is still a thing in 2018, which, in my opinion, I feel as though it still is. It definitely still is.
It definitely is.
Did you want to talk since you didn't talk much?
Oh, no. You know what? I'll talk about that later, why I don't want to talk as much. But, yes, it is.
Homophobia is still a thing in 2018. Yes. Why do I feel as though that is? Well, I feel as though although the world as a whole is kind of taking leaps and bounds into a more accepting world, there are still certain areas, especially the area I currently live in now, which is still very homophobic. The hood, I'm just putting out there, the hood. I feel as though people still they're stuck in their old ways. Some people just aren't willing to accept the changing of the world.
I think about it, it's like racism.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. It's literally, we're repeating history. It's just different. It's literally just how the white people didn't accept black people, and there was a whole uprising, and now things are how they are today, even though it's still not perfect. But we're at the steps we are.
That's what I mean. We can't say it doesn't exist anymore because, there's always going to be people who feel that way. You know what I mean? I feel like it's the same thing with homophobia.
Exactly. My main issue with it is homophobia within the black community.
Oh yeah, that shit is the worst.
How can you shut somebody down because of their sexuality or gender identity when you yourself went through, or your ancestors especially, went through all this extra trouble to get you to where you are today? You feel as though just because you are straight or identify as straight, that you have some kind of immunity and that you're just better than all of the queer folks. That it doesn't make any sense to me. It's so infuriating. I literally, since I've been back home, I do not go outside because I just don't feel safe anymore. Literally, as I'm walking down the street, I'm getting stared at, and it's not the good kind of staring. It's that bad, what the fuck are you doing here? You don't belong here type staring. And it's even if I'm not wearing a crop top and skinny jeans and stuff like that, it's still it's this, what, you don't belong here type thing. It's I'm black just like you. I'm human just like you. What makes you any better than me? I hate it. I hate it so much. But how do you feel as an ally of the LGBT? Because you don't identify as anything within the spectrum, or do you?
I don't know.
T. Catch the T on that one. Miss Shahv. Miss Williams. So, I wish I had my cup.
Oh my god. right now I'll say I don't.
But,
I don't know. I mean, like, but as a member of the Black community, because I am Black, I mean, yeah, I see that shit all the time.
Well, Israeli, as I come to find out today, with a little bit of Israeli.
That's just a nationality.
Whatever.
Okay.
Find out more about that in the next episode of Double Dose.
Oh, really? We're going to talk about that? Oh, wait. Oh, we
promotion.
Did.
Anyway, go on. As a Black woman and an ally of the LGBT community, how do you feel about the homophobia in 2018 today?
I don't know. It just kind of disgusts me a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not even just like homophobia, because I kind of lump that in with like things like toxic masculinity. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh my God.
And then like misogyny. It's just. Yeah, it's upsetting, you know what I mean? It almost makes me disappointed in, like, Black people.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like I have to, like, choose between being, like, a woman and then also being Black, you know what I mean? And then also an ally, you know, like, because it's like, I feel like this is really deep, because it's like, how can I, you know, be a part of this and, like, feel like I can really support, like, or ride for Black issues when you act like this to people that I care about.
Exactly.
And
like,
me, too. Like,
I swear, that's why I don't really get into the politics of it all, because it's just, to me, it's all, like, bullshit, almost.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
I don't know, because then you turn around and you have, like, I don't know. Again, it's just really hard.
Mm-hmm. It's being a minority within a minority.
You exist in a space where, like, you feel like there really isn't a place for you, you know, because you can't step into whiteness, you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, your own people are just, you know, being shitty towards you.
Right. I feel I really hate when people say that homosexuality is a choice, that people choose to be gay. I'm like, did you choose to be Black? Like, It's the same thing. Like, it's not something you choose to be. It's just how you are. And a lot of people just fail to understand that or refuse to understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And then people with kids that do feel that way, they try to shield their children away from that, so that their children end up growing up just as ignorant as they are. Yeah. And then it just makes all of us take steps backwards rather than forward. I never talk about serious topics, but I'm going in today.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going
Let's dig
in.
deep.
So, stepping outside of our community itself, let's talk about LGBT representation within Hollywood. Mm-hmm. How the rest of the world chooses to present LGBT people and culture. Now, like I just said, there is a show that is coming on tonight called Pose at 8 o'clock on FX, and it is all about the ball scene, and, you know, just, it's supposed to be all about LGBT culture. And I'm really hoping that they get this right, because a lot of times in shows where they depict that stuff, it's kind of...
What do you mean, like, one note? Like,
yeah, it's like stereotypical.
Yes. Oh
it's
my
like
God, I was just
what they
thinking about
think
that.
It's like there isn't an actual gay person in the writing room when they're coming up with these scenes. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah. You know? Like how it took a Black director and everything in order to make Black Panther happen and make it as good as it was. I really hope that there are some LGBT and queer people behind this show so that it's worth watching.
Yeah, and it makes me think, like, why is, like, entertainment, when I think about, like, the portrayal of minorities, it seems like it's all about creating a stereotype, you know what I mean? Or making something that falls into that stereotype.
Right.
Like, when I think about LGBTQ representation in the media and entertainment, I feel like it's that, you know what I mean? Like, they treat, like, sexuality as, like, something that, you know, influences, like, every aspect of, like, your life. You know what I mean? But
I think so.
It's not like that, though. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
It's not like that. I don't, like...
I know, it's so hard to get words together.
But,
it's okay. We're not professional journalists or anything.
Everyone exists on a spectrum. You know what I mean? Now, I don't think it's fair to, like, present one, you know, like, present people, like, in types.
Right.
It's not okay. I don't know. And I think that's what, you know, what's going on. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Like, do you agree?
Yes. Speaking of types, can we talk? Well, you probably wouldn't know much about, like, the tribes, you know, like the twinks and jocks and bears. It's like, that's another thing that frustrates me, is that even within the LGBT community itself, there is still segregation. There is all this hate for the quote unquote fat femmes and Asians, you know, people that are too fat, the people that are too feminine and they're not manly enough. Or for I don't know why people give Asians so much slack, but I guess it's because the stereotype that they have smaller dicks and, you know, because all gay sex is like anal. It's like, oh, what is that supposed to do for me? You know, so they just shame all Asians all in one category because of that one stereotype. And it's like, really? Like, we can do so much better. Like, I did a little bit of research on where the Twinks and Bears and all that came from. Mm-hmm. And it originated as a way for people to know that you were gay. It was like a secret language almost. So that if you met someone and you said one of those terms, it let them know, okay, you're one of me. And if they didn't know what it was like, okay, you're not one of me. Let me step back, mm-hmm. you know? So I'm like, okay, learning where it comes from, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But people today kind of use it to separate us and segregate us. And it's like certain tribes are bad. It's like if you are a bear, which is someone who's more heavy, more like furry, stuff like that. When I say furry, I mean hairy. Like, you know, if you are a bear, it's like, ew, that's gross. Unless you're into that. You know, it's like, ew, that's so gross. Unless you're into that thing. And it's like, why? Like, it's so irritating. Wow. And then for me, since I do fall under the femme category, you know, like dating as a quote unquote feminine like person, it's like I get a bunch of hate from all the dudes that I am normally attracted to just because of how I may present myself. Mm-hmm. And then the people that are attracted to me, they're not genuinely attracted to me. It's a fetish. It's like, oh, can you throw in this wig for me? Oh, can you do your makeup? Oh, do you have bras? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it caught me off guard for a second. I was like, whoa, like this one dude, he was like, oh yeah, like just be really sissy. He's like, oh, can you paint your nails for me too? I'm like, whoa. Like, I was like, whoa. I'm like, I may... Because whenever I put on a wig or whatever, it's usually to like portray a character. You know, this wig is from one of my characters known as Unbelievable. You know, Unbelievable Jones or whatever. It's to portray a character. It's not because I just like prancing around in wigs and lipstick and stuff. It's a character. So when people would like come on to me and be like, oh yeah, can you do that? I'm like, wait a second, hold up. It was just a little weird. It was just way too weird. I was like, okay, that's why I stopped wearing makeup and stuff. Because I started to feel kind of uncomfortable. It was like it's bad enough that I'm covering up my natural face to like look like, you know, like everyone else so that I can hide my acne and all that type stuff. But it's like now I'm also being fetishized by like these old men. That was the other thing. They were really old. Yeah, I'm being fetishized by these like old quote unquote like sugar daddies. I'm like, oh no.
No. Youthful essence.
Yeah, I'm like, from now on, I'm just gonna be a bare-faced beauty. You know, I still tweak my eyebrows. I refuse to go out with no eyebrows.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, like I will still do my eyebrows, but everything else is all natural. Mm-hmm. Every single pimple, every scar, it's all there. If you don't like it, then fuck you. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Did you have anything to say?
What were we talking about again?
We started off talking about the representation within Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And I was talking about the
segregation within the gay community.
Yeah. Then I got into the segregation within the community.
I don't know. I don't really feel like I can comment on that as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, like, well, not again, but when I think about ally, you know what I mean? Like, I think about it in the sense of like my people who go up for like, you know, Black issues. It's like what we want from them. It's, you know, helping us be able to be visible. You know what I mean? And tell stories, like, and stuff like that. So I think, I don't know. When I think about an ally, I don't know. I just feel like it's more important that, you know, people who actually experience this stuff talk about it.
Right. Mm-hmm. What was the other John that I had? Sorry. I'm from Philly, so I'm going to say John a lot. We're both from Philly.
That. I don't say that though.
I say it a lot. Join is a very key term in my vocabulary.
It means everything.
Yeah. What is it? Would it be a noun or an adjective?
It's a noun. It's a noun. Because, like, do you describe something as John? No.
No, I'll be like,
man,
give me
so
the John.
Oh.
But I don't say, oh, that is so John. That's not how it works.
So it's a noun.
Yeah, it's noun.
It's important discussion, though.
The next John I had on my little list was, like, are LGBT people still victims of stigmatization? Which I feel as though we kind of touched on. Because if you look at, let me see, I'm going to look up the dictionary definition of stigmatization or stigma. Give me a second. I put stug. Stigma. Wait, I spelled that wrong. Stigmatization. Definition. Boom. Okay, stigmatize. If you stigmatize someone, you have given that person a label. And it's usually a label that is limiting in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So based on that definition, my answer is yes. Definitely yes. And like I said, I feel as though we did kind of touch on that. Like as far as like with the tribes and all that extraness. Because there are a bunch of stigmas depending on what tribe you either identify as or what people look at you as, you know. The last bullet point that I had like planned out was your John, the gender identity thing. So I guess now you can talk.
Oh well, it's similar. I don't know. It kind of goes hand in hand. Like my issue is like toxic masculinity.
Oh yeah,
that's something I don't know.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, and also gender identity. I don't know. Talking about like my personal experience.
Would you like to define hypermasculinity for the people who may not know what that is?
Well, I did like a paper once on toxic masculinity, and that's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know, like negative masculinity. Like the rejection of anything feminine, you know what I mean? Like, and things that are typically associated with femininity, like emotional intelligence and honesty.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, vulnerability. You know what I mean? Sensitivity. Like...
that's another thing I hate. I hate how people associate that stuff with being gay. Like the little kids, they call all of that stuff gay. They're like, oh, that's so gay. I'm like, first of all, child, let me educate you. I'm like, that is, first of all, you're wrong. You need to pick up a dictionary and look up the word gay. Or Google, you know, whatever generation you fall under. Because I don't think kids know what a dictionary is nowadays.
They don't. Well, yes, I got dictionary.com. I wonder if they know what the word dictionary means. Like,
wow. But yeah, so go on about the hyper.
Oh. Fuck.
It should keep sticking to this lipstick.
Hair problems.
First world problems. My wig is sticking to my lipstick.
But I don't really. Damn, I should have thought about this more.
Right, put you on the spot.
Yeah, it's like a serious topic, too. So I don't want to just say anything. Like,
well, like I said, this is like the whole point of Double Dose is that it's very chill, conversational. We are youth speaking for the youth. Well, you don't like to say for the youth, but you know.
Yeah.
We are youth, okay? We are not professional journalists or interviewers. We were not trained to do this. This is just our thoughts. So if you don't like the way that they come out, then stop listening. There are way worse things said on the internet. Okay? Okay.
Well, yeah, that was my issue. Like, people calling things gay when they're not. Like, my family does that too. My dad, I don't even know if I should talk about it, but like, for example, my brother is not gay. He is straight. He went to Buffalo Exchange one day and came home with a pair of like green pants that had like a flower print on it. You know, like, and it was like camo. Like, it looked like camo. And my dad was so pissed because he really thought like, I don't know, like, again, like the association with like femininity, you know, and like, but even then, if it, I don't know. I just wish people would leave people to fuck alone and stop acting, you know what I mean? And just stop acting like this means this plus this equals this, because that's not the way anything is.
Right.
Like, when I was in high school, I had short hair, and I used to wear like jeans and like like just like jackets. You know what I mean? Like I didn't.
You had
dress...
short hair? I don't think I've ever seen you with short hair.
Yeah, I had short hair, and like I didn't dress like particularly like feminine. And I kept getting questions like, "Are you a lesbian? Are you gay? Do you like girls?" You know, like, and that shit just irritates me. Like, and like, not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, like, even if I was like, okay, just because I dress this way doesn't mean that. You know what I mean? Like, I could be wearing like the frilliest, pinkest, again, pink. How that's associated with femininity when it's just a fucking color. Like, what's wrong with you? I could be wearing that like that and still, you know, like, you know, I could still be gay. Like, what the heck? I don't know. This shit just irritates me. I don't know. It's just like
the people who wear the pink are associated as lipstick lesbians.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just annoying. It's annoying, and it's ignorant. It would just be nice if people could just be people. You know what I mean? People could mind their fucking business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even if you don't agree with it, because let's be honest, like, you know, all these years, racism still exists. You know, like, the thing is, we just don't need to hear about it. You know, keep your opinions to yourself.
Right. They're still there. They're just a little more quiet. Yeah. Well, now they're feeling a little more expressive thanks to our new president.
Who's president?
President, quote unquote.
Who's president? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I heard they just kind of threw a tangerine in the White House and said, "We have a new president."
Really? I heard it was a Cheeto Puff.
Oh.
A glass of orange juice. I think it's some Swiss cheese or some shit.
I think that concludes this topic.
Yeah, that went quick.
Yeah, this one was really quick.
Again, and like plan out more, you know.
Well, I tried. You saw I had the little bullet points and stuff. I tried.
We can do plans for Pride Weekend, like the party.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Let's get into some more fun stuff. Less depressing. Let's talk about some fun stuff.
Like the point is, we can't change other people. We can try. You know, we can speak the truth, speak our truth.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, you know, you can't expect anyone to change. It's better to just do what you can, but not expect anything. Honestly, it sounds kind of morbid, but that's just the way things are, you know? Like, so the best thing to do is to celebrate yourself and know who you are, you know, and do it, you know? Do you, like, and be true to yourself. Fuck what everybody else thinks, honestly. Like, we're born alone, we live, like, with people. We surround ourselves with people who care about us. And then we die, and we die alone. So why give a shit about what anyone else has to say about anything? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I sound insane?
No, you're speaking some real truth.
Okay. Yeah, so let's move into some positivity.
All right. Well, here in Philadelphia, for Pride Month, every year there is the Philly Pride Parade and Festival. And did I tell you how last year I was in the parade?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, for the viewers, for the listeners, last year I was actually a part of the Philly Pride Parade. Small part, but I was in it. And I was representing this organization that I was volunteering for called Rural Rap Philly, which is, Rural Rap Philly I don't know if there's still a thing now, or just the division I was representing was closed down or whatever, but I was representing Rural Rap Philly. And, you know, I had my Rural Rap Philly t-shirt, but of course, me being me, I cropped it into a crop top because that's what I like. And there was only like 5 of us, and I was the only like really like party person in the group, so I had to hold us down. And not only that, we were walking behind like AT&T or somebody. Wow. So there was like this big business corporation in front of us, and then just like little old us. So I was like I had my little whistle, I had my what is it? I had my little like flags or whatever. I was like, you know, I was voguing and stuff. Like I was getting it and I was killing it. And I was getting people's attention. Everybody was like, hey. I was like, like, you know, I was really feeling it. I had so much fun. But by the time I got to the actual party, I was so tired. I was like, I can't even dance anymore. I was like, And then I didn't have no water or anything, so I was like, I was broke that day, so I couldn't buy nothing, so I was like,
I was broke that day. That's a mood.
But yeah, it was so fun. So now I'm definitely looking forward to this year. I'm not going to be in the parade. For the parade, have you ever been to Pride?
No, I've been to Outfest.
That's right. All right. So what I don't know is if anybody can just walk in the parade and just walk, you know, I'm not sure if that's a thing, but if we are allowed to just hop in the line and just walk with everybody else, best believe I'm doing it again. I'm going to do it.
I might not, because that's a lot of walking, but
so you're just
I'll be there to support.
So you're just going to wait at the festival until I get there? Because you do realize it starts from Spruce, and they walk all the way up to Penn's Landing. So either way...
That's not that bad. I'll walk.
Either way, you'll have to walk. Unless you take the train and meet me at Penn's Landing.
And I'll walk.
Alright, well, yeah. So we're gonna walk into her parade, and we're gonna kill. I'm gonna kill it. She's gonna support. You can vlog me.
Okay, yeah. Wait, I'm supposed to be vlogging myself too.
Well, you can hold my phone and vlog me while you hold your camera on yourself, or have John hold something since he won't be doing anything.
He might not be going. Yes, we might have work.
Oh, damn.
Oh, John. Oh.
I'm still trying to get Stephanie to come.
John. Sorry.
John is her boyfriend, listeners. Anyway, so. Pride. Yeah, Pride is finna be lit. It's finna be lit this year. I still have the little light John is hanging right there up on the wall. It still works. The battery still hasn't worn out.
Is it like a glow stick?
Yeah. And it has like different modes when you press the button. Yeah. It's gonna be lit. What are you wearing? Because I'm not planning on getting dressed up.
Really?
I mean, like, I was gonna just like, that's the thing. I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I want to do my lipstick. Because it starts to look weird after a while. So I'm like, I'm going to just do bare face, with the exception of my eyebrows. I'm going to get my mom to do my hair over. Hopefully I can get a haircut so that my hair is fine. My face will just be how it is. I was going to wear my little crop top. It was a tank top, and I cropped it into a tank crop top. It says, love your brother or whatever. And then I was going to wear, my little black booty shirts with the cuts or whatever. And I was going to wear like a flannel so I could like wind my hips and have a little bit of movement, And my sneakers, because it's going to be a long day, so I'm wearing sneakers.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to wear, I was thinking as little clothes as possible.
Yeah, definitely wear as little clothes as possible because it's going to be hot. We're going to be in the sun. We're going to be moving all day. I don't recommend doing your makeup.
Yeah. I don't really wear makeup like that anyway, though.
Good.
But I think I'm just going to wear some colorful shorts. And probably like a t-shirt that's like cut up.
That's the thing. Like I wanted to wear like rainbow, but I don't have no rainbow. My colors and wardrobe are very minimalist. I wear a lot of black.
Yeah. Maybe for my platforms. Maybe I'll paint them or something. Like the ones that we're on for. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. But then they'll be painted forever.
Yeah.
Unless you like.
I think I need a new pair. They look kind of nasty. They look kind of like...
Yeah, they're due for a paint job.
Ooh. Coming at my shoes.
Oh, speaking of Pride and stuff. Okay.
What?
I'm going to start talking about my music now.
Okay.
So, for the listeners, like I've said in all the previous episodes, my mixtape, Coronation, is out now. SoundCloud, Audio Mac. Go listen to it. Link in the description. And on that mixtape, there is a song called Come Together Work, which I specifically wrote as like a pride anthem, like a gay anthem. It's very club, the little kitty cat ow, it's very fun. And then on the Dionté album, I also wrote another song, which is called Opulence. Do you know what opulence is? It's like
the word itself.
Yeah,
I have an idea. I don't know.
It's like when you look like very like rich and expensive. Like within the ball scene. It's a very big word within the ball scene. It's like when the more well-known queens or whatever, they come in and they just kind of look like sickening. They have their designer clothes and their fresh hair. They're just serving you opulence. So I wrote like a whole song, like not as myself because I am far from rich and extravagant. Far from it.
Now.
Yeah, so I kind of wrote it as like another character. I don't know. I'll add one of my drag personas to it. I don't know. But yeah, it's just really fun. I'm so excited for it. That concludes this third episode of Double Dose with me, Dionté, and my co-host, Shahv. Tiela. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at QueenD, QUING_DEE, and on Snapchat at DJ_Gil.
You can't find me. You can't find me anywhere. Don't look for me.
You can, in fact, find her if you visit the Double Dose website. All of her socials are linked beneath her bio. So yeah, be sure to check out that if you would like more information about the podcast itself. Be sure to check out all the links in the description below so that you are caught up on all news and updates. But yeah, that concludes this very special Pride edition of Double Dose, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
We'll catch you on the flip. Bye.
Goodbye.